Hi guys, welcome back to a Lewis Cleaning Services video. So I'll try and keep this one nice and brief, but we're looking at a lovely family home in the Rhondda Valley, not too far from me. It's a new customer. They saw our videos online and they were interested in seeing if we could help with the render, gutters, fascias, and join in our monthly window cleaning round. So at first glance, the house actually looks pretty clean. However, the customer did point out a couple of marks that they'd like to see if we could remove. So if we have a look at the next image, we can see on the left of the downpipe, there's a black shadow forming. And on the bottom of the render, we can see a black shadow forming. And then on the right of the downpipe, we can see green forming across that drip edge and then black starting to form. The black is generally caused by overflowing gutters or running water. I think in this case, due to the fact that the property's semi-detached and there's a walkway down the side, I think it just seems to catch the rain on that particular edge. Because if we go a little further to the right, we can see on the lower, there's more green and more black. But if we go round the corner to the side of the house, we can see there the black is starting to form. So I just think that's the way the wind blows, and it obviously catches the rain and gets a bit of a batter in there from the elements. However, if we do come around the back, we have to admit it does look a lot more contaminated. So the grey is starting to turn pretty black, and it's pretty extensive. So it's like the full length of the house and the extension all the way around. So it was actually a bit of a stormy period. Now, with this particular job, because it was so humid, I treated the walls and everything went well. All the walls cleaned up, they looked brighter. However, if we look at the next image, this is what it actually looked like upon me leaving that day. And you might think, well, that doesn't look particularly impressive. And I'd have to agree with you. It's mainly because the walls were wet and they're soaking up the moisture as I've been working, and certain bits are drying out, certain bits haven't dried out, and it just gave a patchy appearance. But it's important not to judge the job immediately until it's actually dried out. So I popped back the next day just to have a double check with the customer. They were happy with the job, and upon my return, I'm sure you'll be glad to see that the property absolutely pops. Looks stunning. All of the black has been removed. All of the black down the side. The green's removed on the bottom. And unfortunately, this day was so windy, I could barely fly the drone. So I'm having a real job getting some nice camera footage there. So I've put a couple of stills in. But here we can see the corner of the building. We can see it's all clear. All the black down the left of that downpipe's gone. The green in the bottom, very far bottom corner has been removed. And then the black on the left corner following that wall, that's all been removed. The side of the house is spotless, and also all the gutters and fascias are now white. Although it wasn't specifically requested in the quote free of charge, I cleaned all the soil pipes and all of the PVC plumbing pipes, and they've come up absolutely bright and white. And then coming around the back, obviously this is the next day, so the wall is still drying out. We can see some patchiness above the conservatory there. However, where it has dried out, you can see all of that black marks have actually disappeared. And nice to have the customer on our monthly window cleaning round, and now all gutters, fascias and render is looking spotless. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.